going on, my peoples, and my plant people? Yeah, it's been a minute. I know and I understand it has been a minute. And I have a story. But I also went to Ecuagenera when I was down in Orlando. So this could be, a little lengthy kind of video or whatnot. Not too much, I don't want to do too much. But I will show what I did there, and then I'll talk about why I've been missing while I was showing some plants, and then I'm gonna repot them and stuff like that. But hey, how y'all doing? I am just happy to be alive, and that is not an understatement. I'll tell you what, it's not an understatement. But how have y'all been doing? Okay. Well, that's definitely good to hear. Okay. For sure, we always know it's gonna get better. We know it's gonna get better. It gotta get better, right? The more and more you try, the better it gotta be. You know what I mean? You gotta be a failure before you succeed. So I saw that the other day. So that's a little gem. You go ahead and take that one to the house. But right now, I'll go ahead and show you guys Ecuagenera, a little walk around and stuff like that. And then when we come back, then I'll show you what I got. And I'll tell you my story. And then as I'm telling you my story, you understand, okay? So, yeah, I'll see y'all when y'all get back. right, so y'all are back, and I'm gonna show you some plants. I'm gonna repot it, but my story is I caught malaria on my trip to Zanzibar, Africa. Let's get into it. My little IKEA little bucket. It's called the Trofast. I like this little thing right here. I have definitely gotten my money's worth out of this. I can't remember it being like too expensive or anything like that, so I'm not too worried. But I guess I'll put this away before I show y'all my stuff. But I'm gonna tell you the trip of Zanzibar, Africa. So Zanzibar, Africa, absolutely amazing. I would definitely go again. It'll be a little time, but I would go again. So when I was there, I was on the east side of Zanzibar, which is called Paje, or at least that's a little area that I was at Paje or whatnot. So I was in Paje most of the time, having a good old time. I rode four-wheelers. I met a friend, ate some Italian food, ate some American food, ate some African food. I rode through a village, swim with some, well, I didn't really swim. I just kind of like let the turtles like swim around me. I went to a turtle cove, rode through some mangoes and pineapples and, no, not pineapple, papayas and stuff like that. Absolutely amazing. Let me show you the first plant that I got. So it don't look good because I was hospitalized, but we're gonna get into that. Okay. The first one that I got, because I don't actually have this one, which is kind of crazy because it's kind of a basic one, alocasia, but this is it now. But there is a strong, what you call that thing? There's a strong little seed, so we gonna do something with it. It was very big and very glorious, but corn. But it has gone to hell. This is the silver dragon and whatnot. So I got the green dragon and stuff like that. So I'm gonna repot this one, and you know, y'all understand once. Of course, I keep telling my story. So and I did the Paje for about 3 days. So my other 2 days that I was there, because I think I was there for about 5 days in total. The other 2 days I stayed in Stone Town. And in Stone Town, very gorgeous. I ate very, very well over there. There was an Americana breakfast spot that I ate at, even for lunch and stuff like that. And then I also went to, I forgot the name of it, but it's a restaurant on a ship and whatnot. I'm sure I'll show like a picture or something like that of it, the name and stuff like that. So you guys, if you guys do go, you'll be able to know, right? But really, really amazing. I think they had lobster for like $20. I'm vegetarian, but if I ate seafood and, you know, meat and stuff like that, for sure, your boy would have got into it. One thing about Jamon, I am a foodie, you know what I'm saying? Like, your boy love food, you know what I'm saying? So, over there, and one thing to know is that in Stone Town, and I don't know exactly why it happened, I haven't really researched it, sometimes the electricity goes out, okay? So what that caused me to do is just open up the windows, you know what I'm saying? I'm an adaptable person, you know what I mean? I went and I got my food and all my stuff like that. I could still take a shower or whatnot, so I did all that. But then I didn't have any clothes on, and when I opened up the window, I didn't know that was a grand opening for mosquitoes onto Jamon's body. So, and I'm from Florida, so I understand mosquitoes, you know what I'm saying? You just swipe them off, you know what I'm saying? No big deal. Didn't have anything in my mind that, you know, anything would happen. Came back, and on the 9th, I got a regular checkup at my VA. It was already posted and stuff like that, so just a regular checkup and stuff like that. On the 16th, I went back to it because I didn't feel good at this time. Now I got fever, you know what I'm saying? Fever, and I'm sweating and stuff like that. And, you know, I went in there and they checked my vitals and all that stuff like that. And they said, maybe it's like the flu, you know what I'm saying? Take you some Tylenol. And I'm like, okay, I've had the flu before. You know what I'm saying? I had the flu when I was on my first deployment, you know, but I made it work. It's not that bad. you know what I'm saying? And then I went on, I believe, the 21st. We were actually about to have a Christmas party, and I ended up leaving about 12 o'clock. On my way there, really bad because I actually got stopped because I was so like weak and stuff like that. At this time, now my muscle strength is kind of down and stuff like that. So I'm going through it at this point right here, you know what I mean? So I get there and I let them know, hey, I've been to Africa and stuff like that. You know, I didn't say it on the last time. Maybe I said it on this time. So they started to check. And they were like, we're gonna keep you overnight because you came before, so we're gonna try to figure it out. Next day, they told me malaria. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep on going. So the next one that I got, this alocasia, actually, I'm in the alocasias. Welcome to Jumanji plants, okay? This one right here is called the alocasia green unicorn or whatnot. Very, very gorgeous. Very, very beautiful leaves. I love that backside. I could definitely see the difference in this leaf versus other leaves when I put them up there. First of all, it's a big green, very, very shiny look or whatnot. And a lot of the alocasias that I got, kind of like the Maharani or kind of like silver little stuff and whatnot, but like this one right here is definitely different. I think this one kind of looks a little bit like the Regal, but if you can kind of see it, they got a little purple on it. You probably can't see it because it's interesting because now it's winter, so I got a lot more light in here. So I like that. During the summertime, the trees start to grow and all the bushes grow, so I don't have as much light. You know what I mean? But this right here, as you can kind of see right now, it's kind of, I need to clean that leaf off or whatnot, but it's giving like a Maharani or a Regal, but a little softer or whatnot. And the Regal that I have right now, a lot of the leaves are kind of facing up, probably because the light or the dome is at the top. But this right here, I don't know. I just, as an alocasia person, I could just tell the difference, but we're gonna repot this one just as well. But yeah, boom, your boy got malaria, okay? When I tell you, there ain't nothing that I have ever witnessed like malaria. Malaria is very, very dangerous. And before you ask, well, Jamon, you do travel a lot. Why didn't you go get any shots? So, okay, I've been to Africa before. It's not my first time, right? But I've been to Cairo, Egypt, okay? So Cairo, Egypt may get malaria or not. I actually didn't like kind of research it or whatnot. But when I was there, the Airbnbs work, or, you know what I mean, like AC and all that stuff like that work. Majority of the time when I was, like during the day, like I had shorts on and stuff like that, but I wasn't around a lot of water and stuff like that, maybe. The only water, big source was kind of like the Nile, but I wasn't really around the Nile and stuff like that. And the Nile seemed to be pretty consistent, so I don't know. I know mosquitoes don't really like consistent water. They can't like really grow. They more like stagnant water or whatnot. So I would assume that in Cairo, the malaria is probably a lot lower or whatnot. So that's just me assuming. I don't know for sure. But I didn't catch malaria when I went to Cairo, Egypt, and I was there for a week as well. That was probably about 3 years ago, okay? So when I did look up, because I actually did look it up, it was suggested, it wasn't recommended, okay? So when I say recommended, I mean like it's not recommended to get into the country, okay? So it wasn't like I needed to show vaccine or anything like that, kind of like how COVID worked, right? When COVID was going on, you needed to show that you actually have like a little card and all that stuff like that, you've been vaccinated, whatever the situation was, okay? So that was not it. So when I actually got to Africa, I was actually really good. I think it wasn't until those last 2 days when I was in Stone Town in my Airbnb, and like I said, the electricity, it goes in, it goes out, it's normal, okay? It's very, very normal. And I was getting bitten up and boom. And I tell you, in a hospital, dehydrated, and if you guys ever like research malaria, I had it all. liver, kidneys both failed, white blood cells were down, red blood cells were down, headaches and things like that. It was an experience, and I was in the hospital for about 5 or 6 days and whatnot. So that definitely got in the way of like my man cave, and y'all know I like to do that on last Thursdays and stuff like that. So I haven't did my man cave on in November and in December or whatnot, but I'll get it in January. Okay. I was out of work or whatnot, so I did my short-term disability and got all that together. My mom came up, and my mom and my nephew came up, so thank God to them. Because even when I got released from the hospital, I was still, still weak. And today would be week 3 that I'm out, so I'm still building up my health or whatnot. Let me keep on going. So the last one that I got is begonia or whatnot. I wasn't really feeling the philodendrons and stuff like that. But maybe next time when I go there, I might give me a philodendron or something like that, because I am a philodendron poppy or whatnot. So I really do like the philodendron, but I do love the alocasias too. But this one right here is a Rex begonia. This is, and don't let me lie to you, I'm still getting into begonias. So this is the Begonia Rex China doll. Very, very gorgeous. I actually didn't take a cutting of this or whatnot, but I am going to repot it, so I may get me a cutting or whatnot. But I saw this begonia and instantly I picked it up. Instantly, without even thinking about it, picked it up. If you can see, because I know that that light is there, but how the leaves are really gorgeous in the back as well. So it got that red. It has like red along the sides and then red along like the little stem little area. It just absolutely looks amazing, amazing, amazing. There's some little dead leaves in here. And when I tell you, my plants went down because I was there, like I said, for a week or whatnot. And when I came back from the hospital, I still didn't have like enough strength to really like do anything with my plants. And I didn't know how much strength I really needed in order to like, water and move around and stuff like that, because I would get shortness of breath and stuff like that still afterwards or whatnot. But when I tell you, in that hospital, no joke. It was no joke. That's probably one of the times, and I say this with no joke, that I thought that like, this is it. Like I really thought like, this is it. It was just that bad. Symptoms just kept going. My symptoms kept going down. I was dehydrated. They had to check my vitals like every 4 hours. I could hardly sleep. When I did sleep, I was sweating and stuff like that, and I couldn't take myself to the restroom and stuff like that. So like, it was really bad. It was definitely bad and whatnot. But my mom came up and my nephew came up, which made it a lot better. It made the fight a little bit easier. My mom very included and made sure she included herself by asking questions and talking to the doctor, stuff that I really couldn't do because it also kind of messed with my mind too, where I could hardly think. You know what I mean? Like I could hardly think or whatnot. I would slur words and stuff like that. Like my mind was gone or whatnot. My doctor even told me, like, you look a lot better and you speak a lot better when I went to my checkup on the 11th of November or whatnot. So also with these right here, it got like little hairs. I wish I could like bring you guys. Oh yeah, you could kind of see it. Look at those little hairs on there. So incredible. Like what the heck? I don't think I have a begonia kind of like this right here. Like this one right here is like my baby monster. Like I like this. A China doll, I like that. We love that, okay? So what we are gonna do is repot all of these. And the reason that we're gonna repot them is because I like my alocasias and leca. And this one right here, we're just gonna repot and put into just a clear pot or whatnot. Usually whenever you go to Ecuagenera, they'll let you know, hey, maybe about 5 days, 4 or 5 days after you get it home and stuff like that, you know, water it, whatever, but repot it, okay? Because they have it in their potting soil, which of course, their potting soil, they water pretty much every day, you know what I mean? And I noticed that because I don't water every day, that it got dry real bad, which is why this one is the way that it is. I think this one was just maybe a little bit more resilient, but this one right here, it really dried out. And the begonia, you know, the begonia don't give a shit. So we're gonna repot right now, and I'll keep telling you a little bit more about the story. So I may not even need that little white thing. I just kind of, it's just gonna be wet today, okay? So let me see, we're gonna put this one in this glass container here because I want to put it in this right here. We got some leca over here to the side. Actually, no, we are gonna need this just to kind of dump this out. Okay, so yeah, a great experience in Zanzibar. I can never take anything away from that or whatnot, but definitely the next time around that I go to like Africa or South Africa or Zanzibar or Ghana or Tanzania, any of that stuff like that, you know, if it calls for, so we got some bulbs in here too, some corms in here, which is really great. Some of the smaller corms I'm gonna just leave on there. This one right here, I have like a little casing thing that I can put. I put some moist Spagnoss moss, and I should have some right over here. So I put some Spagnoss moss in here, just put that corn right on top of it. Yep, here we go. It shouldn't take too much. Okay, so we got some Spagnoss moss right here. Cool. I don't know what this is right here. Alright. So we're just gonna put that corn right on top. I will moisten it later. And put it on my heating mat. So I don't know, corms really like heating mats. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't really look like any more corms in this this soil. And the soil doesn't look bad, it's just I'm not watering every day, you know what I mean? So that means it get dry. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this leaf off right here. We still got this corm, like I said, this corm is still hitting on something, so we just gonna utilize it, peel all the husky stuff back. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so this is looking good. We do got some corms right there. Hopefully they can get through the leca. The leca shouldn't be so packed that it can't get out. But y'all know how leca is sometimes. So this fits in here perfect. I can put water in there and it'll have a nice reserve and whatnot. So we got our clear tank here. And then I got my leca out here. So what I like to do is put my leca in water first, of course. You can't really see it. Yeah, I don't want to waste this water. Okay, so there's water and leca in here. So what I'm doing ultimately is soaking it. You always want to soak your leca before you use it. So that's exactly what I did. I'm gonna put this like maybe about right here, because I don't want to put it so far down at the bottom because it's not really big. Like if it was a little bit bigger, I would probably put it maybe halfway down, but I really want to kind of put it on the top. and there are other corms here, so I'm just gonna put it like this right here. That gives the corms a better chance to make it to the top. Okay, so we only really got maybe like 1 or 2 layers on top of that. And then once I put the water in there, that's gonna be really great. So this is what we got right now. Of course, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll probably put it maybe on a heating mat. Well, I'll be going to California pretty soon, which is a whole nother story. I am a best man or whatnot for my friend, my Navy friend or whatnot, but I'll tell you that after I tell you the other story. I mean, after I finish this story right here. But, okay, so we now have our silver dragon right here, okay? But along with the malaria, so of course I get home and, you know, I don't work for maybe about a week and a half, which is still good. Now that I kind of look back, I did really well with it, with the malaria and stuff like that. Like my body really was fighting back and stuff like that. When I first got into there, they told me, like they looked at a blood spear or spill or whatever it's called. I'm not a, you know, medical person, but they said that the malaria is like 25 to 1, so it was really bad on that side. But I am back. I am feeling a lot better. I got a lot more energy. You know, I'm brushing my hair now. I didn't have an appetite and stuff like that. I wasn't, you know, taking in any salads and stuff like that. Drinking a lot of water, a lot of like apple juice and all that stuff like that. So I'm better at eating solids. I can eat now. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy can eat and stuff like that. So I am feeling better. But that malaria really kicked my butt for sure. I will be taking myself to the VA to get my shots, even if it's just recommended or whatnot. Not recommended, but if it's just suggested, I'm gonna just go in there and stuff like that. Cause I know next year I'll probably be going like Japan and some other little places and stuff like that. I know I'm gonna take my nephew to Japan, so that's gonna be fun. But that is what happened to me with my malaria and stuff like that. And you can ask any questions down below. It's not like I got PTSD or anything like that. It's just I know now to be a little bit more safer by getting the shots and stuff like that. So that's what happened to me. The next one that we're gonna do is this alocasia green unicorn, and it says unique, so I'm just guessing unicorn. But let's go ahead and take this one out of here. Yeah, that thing is dry. Okay, well, I guess it's not that dry. It's interesting, got to look at this. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe we'll find some corns. I always look for the corns. We had a corn, but it's not. It don't look like it would produce anything, but you know what? We'll go ahead and still put it down. Let's see. Look like it was born in a plug. Maybe not the death plug, but a plug. Okay. So that looked like that stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. Got leca in this. I've never seen it before. If you kind of see how that bottom is shaped, see how that circle? So it looked like it was, because obviously that's not this shape right here. So it looked like it was born in some type of, probably some type of plug or something like that. But we got to get a good amount of dirt off. One thing, whenever I do have leca, I don't worry so much about getting it like ultra clean. The reason that I don't is because once it starts to really establish itself into the leca, especially if you have some way of like spraying down and it having an opening like these right here. So once I put the leca in there, I can really just kind of sit it under some water and let the dirt just kind of like rinse down, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't try too hard to get all the dirt off all the roots and stuff like that. Like, I'm not gonna really harm the roots or whatnot just to get all the dirt off or whatnot. And I'm not gonna go under a sink right now. I'm just really trying to get it under here, make this video so I can update y'all on like what is life right now. But yeah, I am a best man. Actually, before that, I am a new uncle. My brother just had my niece, and my niece's name is Jade. So now I have by blood, I have 2 nieces. My first niece name is Nevaeh. She should be somewhere like 13, 14, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really good with ages. I don't have kids, so you know how that goes. But yeah, so now I have my second niece, which is absolutely amazing. I think I'll show you guys a photo just because she is gorgeous or whatnot. So yeah, so that happened to me as well, which was really great. So that also, you know, kind of kept me up and stuff like that. I will try to get down to Orlando, which of course is where I am originally from, which would mean I can go back to Ecuagenera. You know what I'm saying? 2 birds, 1 stone. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna go to your hometown knowing that Ecuagenera is there, like, you can go on your way out, you know what I mean? So, y'all know how that is. Don't judge me. But, yeah, I am another uncle, another girl uncle, or whatnot. So, I'm excited I get to go down there and spend some money on my niece and buy, you know, some clothes and Pampers and stuff like that, and take my niece, of course not too far, but take it off my brother's hand, take her off my brother's hand, and let him get some rest and stuff like that. And I know my mom and my sister are down there doing the same thing, but then I'll go down there for a little bit just to do that or whatnot. I have a pretty close family, I would say, and it's getting better year by year. My family, kind of like anybody's family, we just, you know, we have our issues too. So I see not like a big corn. Well, I see one good corn, and then 2 corns that may not last. I'm just kind of shaking it just to kind of get whatever is on there. So we're gonna do the same thing. And the container that I'm gonna have is this right here. So we're using the same pot because it's cool. Like I said, if it had more stability, I would put it down a lot more, just kind of like this right here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now let me see what has happened since then. Okay, so I am a best man. I will be going to California or whatnot, San Diego, California, which is very, very exciting. I haven't been back to California since my graduation, and the brother that I am a best man for was on deployment. He actually just got off of deployment, Drajan Miles or whatnot, and he just got off of deployment. So, you know, shout out to him and everybody that has survived their deployment. I know how it goes, so good on them and good on him for coming back and going straight into the altar or whatnot. So I'll be doing that on next week, or actually once this video is up, I'll actually be in California or whatnot. So if you know anything about me, I love Thai food and Mexican food. That's top tier. because they are very, a lot of their food is easily made into vegetarian, so it's just really great. But look at that, that's amazing. And I can't wait to just put a little water in there. This is gonna sit very, very well. Very, very well. So I'm very happy about this one right here. So that one looks good. So we got 2 down and 1 more to go. I will put these corns on there, whether they survive or not. You know, hey, we're gonna try to make it work. We're gonna try to make it work, okay? So the last thing that I'm doing will be this begonia China doll. And I think that there is actual space in here for me to put some soil at the bottom. So that's exactly what I will do. What I'm not gonna do is remove it from the clump. Not unless it look like I can kind of like pull it from the root or whatnot instead of like kind of cutting it. Then I will. So we're gonna see what that looks like, and then we can put it back in the same container because this container is really cute, right? So yeah, where I got this from, don't let me lie to you, I don't think this could be IKEA. You know, IKEA always have like cool little stuff. So I don't want to lie to you because I don't remember at all, and I don't see the sticker on there neither. So usually whenever I see the sticker, I'll be able to like give you guys a little something. So what we're gonna do is just squeeze these off to the side, hold up the leaves, and just pull it straight out just like that, okay? If there is something that I can pull out, I will, so that I can have a second version of this, and I'll keep it in my, it look like it's kind of like climbing a little bit. I don't know if it's all kind of like stuck together, or if it's like one piece, or if it's multiple pieces. Let me see how this works. I think this one may be able to come off. I'm just kind of getting all the dead leaves out of there. That's what they call us plant parents. Let me see if I can get this little baby off of here. If I can get this. This is crazy. They have leca in this one. Now, I'm gonna definitely collect this leca. I'm not gonna keep the soil, but yeah, I think I can cut this off, keep it in the soil. Let me see. Okay, so I did cut that off. I will put it in a little container like this right here. Okay. Okay, yeah, look at that. That's a beautiful little piece, right? Okay, so we got that off. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop this one. Let's see, put a little bit of some like forest potting mix, or what do you call this? Soilless mix, I think. Let's see. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, I'm gonna kind of leave this like this, actually. Let me see. Just kind of fill in some spots that I see that's open. So it's some room in there, but not like a lot of room. Plus, I like how this looks on top and bottom. Okay, so we got this right here. We're gonna leave that alone. And we're gonna put this back in here so that that looks really nice. What I'm actually going to do is use, well, nope, I'm gonna use my potting mix. So clean all this stuff off right here. I'm gonna use my woody mix to put into here. And I know that You know what? Actually, this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put half this and half their mix. And the reason that I'm gonna put half my mix and half their mix is just so there can be some type of familiarity with the soil. You know what I mean? Because there needs to be a little moisture, it looks like, with this plant right here. So that's gonna look really, really good. Okay. So putting this in here, good. And then we will use a little bit of this mix right here with it. My finger's gonna be very, very dirty, but that's okay. This is like that wet mix from the alocasia. Okay. So I feel secure about that one. This one is actually going into my IKEA greenhouse. So I'm actually, oh shoot, we got some more corns for the silver dragon. I'm glad I looked in there. Okay, we got some big ones in there too. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have two right here. We got a mama and a papa, and this should do very well. Let me clean all this stuff off and I'll come back and I'll recap. Okay, so I appreciate you guys sticking around with me. I know I got some comments that I need to review and stuff like that from other videos and whatnot. I'm gonna get to it. I just haven't. I've been trying to deal with other life and, you know, life be life and whatnot. But I'm glad you guys still sticking around, and I appreciate you guys. This should be the last video of the year. And then back in January, when we get to January, then I'll put up some more videos and keep you guys updated. If you got any questions, you can ask down below, whether it's about me or about plants and stuff like that. I appreciate you guys, of course, for being my community for these 2-3 years that I have been on YouTube. I really, really appreciate you guys. Let's keep the channel growing and going and stuff like that. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys. Happy holidays, if that's what it means to you, and Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year's. Yeah, let's go into this new year with positive mindset. Anything that kind of happened to you before, you know, is up to you. It's your choice. We always got choices. So, you know, we get back into it, okay? Life ain't over until it's over. So I learned that for sure. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. As always, last time signing out for 2024. Next time I see y'all, it's gonna be the new year. You know what I'm talking about? So, love, peace, and plants.